What's up, y'all, and welcome to a new episode of Deep Convos and Tequila. Listen, it's Friday. It's so beautiful in New York right now. It's crazy because it's springtime and it feels like summer. But it's so beautiful out here. And I feel like the sun is definitely picking my spirits up. So I'm super grateful for that. And just sitting in this light right now, I want this episode to be about words of affirmation, because I know a lot of people feel like, words of affirmation is somewhat, I guess, witchcraft or is bullshit. But no, words of affirmation and manifestation is very real. I've been manifesting for some years now, and let me tell you, it has changed my life. I've experienced things due to manifestations that I've always wanted to experience. I've gotten people that I know that sounds crazy, but I've built relationships with people that I wanted to build relationships with. And of course, gotten some of the things that I wanted in the physical world and elevated spiritually. So today, I just want to go a little bit in depth of just, words of affirmation and manifestations. Let's talk about it. Let's get deep. First of all, shout outs to my friend Tashina. She put me on to this book called The Four Agreements. Now, some of you may have heard of it. Some of you may not. But it is definitely a must read. And in another episode, we're definitely going to get into some good books to read. But for right now, we're going to focus on The Four Agreements. And let me tell you, it's not expensive. I was just in Five Below the other day and it was in there. So I didn't check the price, but more than likely it's $5. Everything in there is $5. Go check out Five Below and see if it's in one near you. But in this book, it basically talks about four main agreements that you should have in your life. And the first one is to be impeccable with your word. And that's what we're going to dive in deep about today, because it is imperative that you are impeccable with your word. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. This has saved me from a lot of anger and frustration. I still have to remind myself of it all the time. Don't make assumptions. I know that would save a lot of us from a lot of chaos in our lives. And lastly, always do your best. I can't stress enough in all of my podcasts, how I've struggled just mentally and just physically. But we just have to do our best. We have to stop being so hard on ourselves. So that's the four agreements in this book. And if you choose to read it, of course, he'll dive even deeper. I just want to dive into being impeccable with your word. And, again, just to refer back to my girl, Tashina, I can't even call her my girl. She's more like my sister. But we have deep conversations on a daily basis. And when we find ourselves saying anything negative, we both correct each other. Remember to be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. You can literally change your life with how you speak to yourself or how you just speak to the world. What has helped me change my life in a sense is writing. But also you have to use your words. But I do want to give you guys a tip. In college, I that's kind of when I started my spiritual journey as far as manifestations and words of affirmation. So I would write affirmations in the morning, and then I would also write in the afternoon or the evening time, right before I go to bed, basically. And those morning affirmations would more so set the intention for the day, because that's another big thing, setting intentions, because it's easy to just write anything on a paper, but you have to have that passion and that intention behind it. The mornings are always for setting those intentions, what you want your day to look like, what do you want to experience, how do you want to feel, what reminders you need, what are those goals. So that's your morning affirmations. Whether it's one that I really like is, I'm open to new experiences and blessings. Because another one I do like is my aura is so bright and inviting. Because one thing I love about myself is that people feel so comfortable to just tell me anything, because like I'm an open book. So I love when I could be around people that I feel I can be open with. So I always want to be that for someone else. That's my intention, is to make sure that I'm open and that I'm inviting. Because sometimes, you could have that resting bitch face, and I definitely have those majority of the days, sadly. Some days, when I'm comfortable and I'm in good spirits, I can definitely have that as well. So having affirmations like that in the morning will definitely help with just setting the tone for the day, setting the vibe. As my day winds down and, I'm getting ready to rest, those affirmations kind of look like reminders. Or if I struggled with something through the day, maybe I'm thinking of a new affirmation that can help me. That would kind of look like maybe, let's think. It shouldn't even be anything I have to think about. Hold on. Let me look in my book, y'all. I'm looking right now. A great one. I am grateful for my healthy and strong body. Me and my body, we have been through so much. That is an affirmation that is a must at the end of the day, because if I don't have my body, then what do I have? Health is wealth. I can't even get up and go to work if I don't have a body. Just thanking my body and letting my body know that I'm grateful for it does a lot. Whatever you want your affirmations to be. But remember to set those intentions in the morning, and then as you wind down, kind of say what you're grateful for throughout the day. Now, a lot of people think, okay, when it comes to manifestation, I just write something down on a paper or just say it out loud and bam, it's going to happen for me. Nope. The thing about affirmations and manifestation is that it does not happen overnight. It happens over time. And that's why you have to continue to set those intentions. Number one, you have to have patience. If you don't have patience, it will literally ruin everything. The universe is very knowing. It takes up on energy. I'm saying this not just to, talk your fucking heads off. I'm saying this because I've experienced this. When I was in college, I was putting a lot of intention, a lot of passion behind every affirmation that I was writing down in that book. And I seen so many things happen for me. So that's why my belief for it was crazy. Because I'm like, I'm literally creating the life that I want for myself. I manifested my dream internship. I manifested, my relationship with my boyfriend. I manifested my friendship, my sisterhood with my great friends that I have now, my girl Tashina and my girl Diamond. I manifested so many things, and I just seen them come to life. So, no one could tell me anything about manifestation. When I hit my block, and I know we talked about this so much, but it's my biggest example. When COVID happened, I literally lost so much faith in myself. When COVID hit, I lost so much, whether it was physically, mentally, spiritually, I lost it all. I was writing these affirmations, but I wasn't seeing anything happening for myself. Even over time, I still wasn't seeing anything. So I'm like, fuck it. This shit is not working. Like, maybe this is bullshit. Like, maybe I was just lucky around that time and now I'm not. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't have that magic anymore until I did some deep self-reflection. And shout outs to Lloyd, which is my boyfriend. He is super supportive. We love him. He's always having me self-reflect. Just the other day we were having a conversation and he told me, you lost yourself in COVID. You really did. And you stopped believing in yourself. And sometimes you still don't believe in yourself. And that was not who you were when I first met you. Listen, it's hard to be the wrong one when you're in a relationship, especially for me. But I had to admit it, like, as hard as it was, like, I'm like, you're absolutely right. So after thinking even deeper into this, I realized that there was a difference between me then and me now. And that difference was desperation. I was very desperate, when I was writing these affirmations. And I'm talking about the time kind of coming out of COVID when everything calmed down. I was very desperate, maybe even in the time of COVID, but I was very desperate, and I'm just writing down all the things that I want. But the intentions, the passion, it's all out of desperation. It's not out of belief. And this is why I say belief is a big thing when trying to manifest or affirm anything, because you can write anything. You can write anything down. You can say any fucking thing. But if you don't believe in yourself, it's not going to come of anything. Or if you're doing it with the wrong intentions, it's not going to happen. And that's something that I realized. I was putting so much desperation. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know why it sounds funny to me. I was so desperate. I was so desperate to just be where I thought I was supposed to be. There should be nothing in this world that we are desperate for. Nothing. The universe provides us. The universe, and when I think of the universe, I also think of God. So please don't dissect it where, oh my gosh, she's worshiping the universe and not God. No, God is everything. So God is the universe. I allowed that time of my life to, again, make me not believe in myself, to have me do a lot of things out of desperation. I wrote down a lot of affirmations just because I was desperate. I reached out to a lot of people just because I was desperate. And the universe feels that. The universe knows that. So that's why things were not happening for me. I say all of this to say, please check yourself when you are trying to affirm, when you are trying to manifest, because you never know how that might affect it. And a great thing, like the universe feeds off that desperation and serves you even more of it. And that goes for anything you want in this world. If you're giving out energy that you're grateful and you're happy and you're at peace, the universe is going to feed off of that and give you more of it. If you're focusing on one thing, then that's going to be your life. You're depressed and sad. Guess what? That's going to be your life. You're saying depressive shit and sad shit, you're gonna be depressed and sad. But if you say, you know what, I'm waking up today, I'm gonna be happy, I'm gonna enjoy this motherfucking day, you gonna be happy. Life is all about our mindset. We have choices every single day. So dependent on those choices is the life that we're going to live. Right now in my life, I'm focusing on growth. Focusing on growth mentally, physically, and spiritually. And yes, that sounds so cliche, but that's really what I want. I want freedom in every aspect of my life. I want to be able to go through something, but still have that freedom to be able to pick myself up and not feel trapped. Physically, I want to drop all of this weight that I have on me, because I know that this weight is really just a symbol of all that I carry mentally. I want to get rid of that. Spiritually, I want to be more connected to a higher power, however that is. I want to be able to know that, again, when I'm going through something, when life happens, God is right there. Like, I know that, but sometimes in a moment when things are happening, it becomes hard to believe that. So I want to be so strong mentally. No. Be impeccable with your word. I'm going to be strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. I am strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. And the thing about it, even if you sound fucking delusional when you're saying these things and you're manifesting and you're affirming it, even if you sound delusional, keep it up, because one day that's going to be your reality. And you might be so caught up in it, you don't even realize, like, wow, I used to affirm this. I used to pray for this. I manifested this, until you're already in the middle of it. So sometimes you gotta get delusional, but that's okay, because life is a big ass delusion. It's all about our perception. We all have different perceptions of life, and that's why individually we're all so different, but yet kind of the same. We express it different. We comprehend things differently because it's all about perception. What can you do to shape your perception? How can you speak to yourself better? How can you speak to those around you better? That's also a goal for me as well. I struggle to show affection to people that I love. So some of my affirmations just to show more love to those people and to show more appreciation to them. I hope this helped. I'm always so nervous when it comes to doing these podcasts where it's just me, myself, because I've never done this before, but I truly hope this helps anyone who is just trying to better their lives. We're all in this shit together. Any way I can help, I'm definitely gonna help. So again, just to give like a quick little summary of what we talked about today. Yeah, I'm in teacher mode. For one, set those intentions in the morning of what you want your day to look like. What do you want to experience? What kind of relationships do you want to build? And then at night, write those affirmations of what you're grateful for. Definitely be grateful for your body because listen, health is wealth. So I want to make sure that that is on all of your affirmation lists. But as you're writing these affirmations, make sure the intentions are there and make sure they're pure. If you're angry and you're mad, please don't write your affirmations. If you're sad, depressed, please don't write your affirmations because that's not the time. Allow yourself to feel those emotions because a part of being human is feeling those emotions. But as soon as you're finished feeling those emotions, move on and write those affirmations when you're in a good place, because your energy, your mindset will reflect what your life pans out to be. For all of those who may need to hear this, get your passion back. Again, get your passion back. Do shit that you love. Fuck what other people think. We only have one life. Just do it. Do it. So that way when you're 70, 80 years old, you can say, I did everything I wanted to fucking do. I know that I say this every podcast, but it's somebody out there that really needs to hear it. I think even myself sometimes needs to hear it. Let's enjoy this shit. Create the life that you want, because that's definitely what I'm gonna be doing for myself. First of all, y'all, I'm in my car recording this right now. My car sitting outside of a park. You're not telling me this is not gonna happen. The drive is there. The passion is there. The energy is there. People looking at me like, this girl talking to herself, but who gives a fuck? I'm doing what I love, and I want y'all to do the same. Y'all already know I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to Deep Convos and Tequila, and stay tuned.